and Chonk Show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Nige And Son Charlie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Father and son brought together by the love of Spurs and each other. The Nige And Son Charlie. Every goal we have always seen, Jermaine Defoe or Gareth Bale, we all unite, pure coin for light. The Nige And Son Show, yeah, yeah, yeah. The Nige And Son Show, yeah, yeah, yeah. Father and son brought together by the love of Spurs and each other. The Nige And Son Show.
Yes, welcome to the Nige And Chonk Show, episode 4. Welcome aboard. Hello, Charlie. How are you?
How you doing? You all right?
I'm good. Brilliant. How you doing?
Not too bad. Getting through the life as you're supposed to. What about you?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad, thanks. And uni is going well. You are studying hard, of course.
Always. That will never change. You know how it is.
Well, of course, because I never studied hard, which is why I am now starting my own YouTube channel. So that picture you put on Insta the other night of is that your bedroom? And seeing the
King Power Stadium, yes, correct.
King Power Stadium, literally a stone's throw away.
Well, so when Leicester were playing Forest, Leicester were playing Forest, I mean, it's probably about 100, maybe 150 yards away from me. So you hear everything. You hear like the fans going in, when the goals going. Obviously, you can bloody well hear that. I mean, even at my old accommodation, which was about half a kilometre down the road, you could still hear it. Like, but now, literally a stone's throw, you could pick someone up, throw it. Probably be, well, if you're a good thrower.
Nice.
But yeah, it's great. You know, I've not been yet, and I wouldn't say I was cheating on Spurs if I'd go watch a Leicester game, considering it's literally right next to me, and I do love football. And it's not like Leicester are any of our rivals. I mean, they were a bit in the 15-16 season, obviously, but do you know what I mean?
I mean, like we are, they could be our rivals by the end of the season. You know, we could be battling each other for that 17th place. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, but Leicester
or 10th. Who knows? 17th or 10th.
Just top half.
Trowbridge used to be the same, though, believe it or not. When you wouldn't have been alive, but when Trowbridge used to have a ground and floodlights and everything, when Trowbridge were playing on like an evening, if they scored, you could hear them from where I lived, and I lived a good mile away. And that was you probably only get like 700 or 800 people watching Trowbridge.
All good.
Well, that is good to hear. Let's kick off the show with like literally breaking news, something that's happened in the last 3 or 4 hours, and that is, what do you make?
Well, I think now that they've got rid of Ten Hag, they're going to win on Sunday. They're going to beat Chelsea, and it's a very common thing. Sure, you're aware, sure, nearly every football fan's aware of the new manager bounce. Even if the new manager comes in, turns out to be not very good, they always get a result on the first game they play, usually. And they've got a big game against Chelsea. They're going to be up for it. And I think they will get a result now. I think it was obviously the right decision. I mean, the West Ham game. I mean, how they didn't win that game. And the penalty was not a penalty. I honestly do feel for United fans for that game, because West Ham was so poor, didn't deserve to win. And yeah.
Can we just touch on probably the worst miss I've ever seen in Premier League football?
No, I mean,
Diego
I think there's worse. It's
I don't
definitely
think
up
there
there.
is.
No,
I don't
you'd
think
be
there is.
surprised some of the misses.
That was bad, though. All he had
It
to do was just side foot it in.
was bad. I think it would be
Absolutely
much
hilarious,
worse.
but bad.
It's not the worst miss in Premier League history. It's up there,
He's up there.
no doubt. But there's been worse. I mean, I'm
What?
thinking of like Fernando Torres or Aguero against
Yeah, that's
Chelsea.
pretty bad. Yeah,
Like
if they had the
they're
top
on
six,
the ground. Do you know
Dele
what I
Alli
mean?
against Stoke was pretty bad.
Yeah, there's been some bad ones.
Yeah, but if they do a top six of worst Premier League misses, that would definitely be in the top six.
Yeah, I mean, easy top 10.
Absolutely hilarious. Couldn't have
It
happened
was funny.
at a club. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ten Hag gone. Any idea who the new manager of United will be?
I mean, if England didn't get Tuchel, then I'd just say they go get Tuchel. But obviously, they haven't. Obviously, Tuchel's now England manager. That's a big topic.
We
I
haven't
have no
spoke about.
issue
I haven't
with it.
spoke to you since then.
Yeah,
What do you make of that?
I think it's a good appointment. I don't really see why it's an issue. I don't. We've had foreign managers in the past. Sven Goran Eriksson and Fabio Capello. Obviously, Fabio Capello was not very good. Sven Goran Eriksson was before my time. Rest in peace. But everyone seems to like him. So I don't understand why Tuchel is such a hot top just because he's German. I mean,
Because
like
he's German. So that's it.
he's a proven winner. He's a proven
Yeah,
winner.
I agree.
He's won trophies. He knows what to do. He's also managed in England for a long time. I said 3 or 4 years at Chelsea, wasn't it? Or was it 3 years? It was a decent stint. Chelsea was like there for a year.
Yeah.
And he knows, and he's lived in England a long time. He's also he's managed Harry Kane.
Yeah,
the England captain. That's probably a big part as well. Is like there's familiarity with a lot of the players in the squad. I don't think of it. Why can't
let's just hope Eric Dyer doesn't get back in.
No, yeah, but I don't really see an issue with it. I think it's a good appointment, and I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have Graham Potter, who's won nothing? Just another Gareth Southgate in my eyes, or go for Tuchel and possibly win a trophy. I'd say go for Tuchel 100%. If there was a top England manager and we just binned him off and went for Tuchel, I'd understand a bit more why people would be annoyed, but there's not many options out there, and Tuchel is one of the best managers around at the moment who's a free agent. So I don't understand why we would go for him. I think it's a great choice by the FA, and everyone who's crying about it and be like, "Oh, we need an England manager." I see all the pundits going about all the time. Get a grip. Why does it matter? Why does it matter if he doesn't sing the national anthem? As long as we have players who give a damn about the nation, about the, And he's a professional manager. Yeah. He's not a wild card. He's not like Jose. He's not like shouting about anything. He's, apart from his little scuffle with Conte, but that was quite funny looking back on it.
Yeah, he's a proven winner, absolutely, and I do not see an issue at all. Yeah,
won a Champions League with a pretty mediocre Chelsea side.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I think it's a fantastic appointment, and I'm excited now. If
England were going to have any chance of winning something, and we've had enough chances. We've been in the last 2 finals of the Euros. Then Tuchel would be the man to get us over the line. I don't think there's any English manager out there who even comes close to Tuchel. So
it's like his CV, his career.
No,
exactly. There's a reason. Sorry, go on.
No, it's all right. Go on.
I was going to say, there's a reason why no English manager has ever won the Premier League. There's a reason. That doesn't just happen out of blind luck. There's a reason why no English manager won the Premier League in the time, and no one's had an issue with that. I know managing the country is slightly different, but surely that proves alone that the managers that we have at disposal that are English aren't that great. we need to go out. But
you know what I mean? It's a media bias thing, isn't it? Because it is 100% because he's German. Because let's be honest, if we had gone and got Mourinho, the press would have loved it. If we had got Pochettino, the press would have loved it. It's because he's German that
If we got
they're a little
Pochettino,
bit not what.
I think if we got Pochettino, it'd be worse. If we're looking at history, if we're looking at history and rivalry, I think Argentina's a bit fresher on the mind. I mean, our rivalry with Germany, we're going to go back to, the rivalry with Germany. That's obviously stemmed because of the two world wars, which were over 80 years ago now. Well,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
No, yeah, they are.
Basically,
80 years ago next year.
Nearly 80 years ago back, yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's not like Tuchel was,
It's pathetic.
Weird. Yeah.
But we're both in agreement that Tuchel is a great appointment for
100%.
England. Let's get back to.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
No, we won't talk.
No, go on. You're on one. Let's go.
No, because I'll just start going on about how it was a great appointment. I'll just keep repeating myself. So we'll start banging on about Tottenham, even though I'm trying to avoid it because we were bloody awful on Sunday. Yesterday.
Okay. Well, let's go to the midweek game first. We'll have a quick chat about that. And that is this. Spurs 1, AZ Alkmaar 0 in the Europa League. 3 wins out of 3. Got to be happy.
Yeah, it was one of those where it's like, it was always going to be a game where we wouldn't win by much because we changed 9 out of our 11 starters. We started a lot of players which had a lot of game time. So, and the main thing is we won the game, and we didn't really look like we were going to lose it. They had a couple of chances. Obviously, they had one with Troy Parrott, and I can't remember who's going in on goal. One of their attackers. I don't remember the an Alkmaar team, But we were fairly comfortable. We didn't look like we were going to concede that often, and we made hard work of it at times. But the main thing is we won the game.
And I think this is what we're going to do in Europa League. You know what? We are going to be making 8-9 changes every Europa League game. So it is going to be a bit disjointed. We're not going to be free flowing. We're not going to play amazing football. It's all about getting results. Said it from the start. Let's get results early, qualify, and worry about it later. Once we get into knockout stages, I think we'll play a stronger team, and hopefully it will be better to watch. It's not nice to watch, but we're winning games. That's all we can do, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And it's not like I know AZ Alkmaar. They're not a great team. They're not top dogs, but I don't think they're any mugs either. They're not like. It's not like they're bottom of the Dutch league. They've done all right domestically, and it was a game where because we started 9 of our 11 players, were changed, and we started, Mikey Moore, Bergbow, Forster in goal, Dragoshin after his stupid suspension. You could see that we might slip up, but we didn't. We got the 3 points. And whoever's complaining about the result when our free-flowing football, you got to understand that we don't have a very big bloody squad. So we have to do that every time. And the main thing is, there's our fringe players, because we've seen in the past when we played. I remember who we played like Antwerp in the Europa League, and we lost from our fringe team, and that was so frustrating. What's good is that our fringe team has won 3 out of 3 games, so we can't complain.
No, exactly. It's it's all about, for me in the Europa League, it's all about getting a result. No matter how you do it, whether you play badly or well, at the moment, it's just qualifying. Worry about performances later. Obviously, the next game against Galatasaray is a much bigger game. But the fact that we won our last 3, it almost gives us a little bit of a buffer. So we can afford maybe to lose 1. We don't want to be then losing 2. But if we lose to Galatasaray and follow up with a win, it's not so bad. But yeah, we both agree. We got the result, and that's what matters. I suppose we're going to have to get on to the weekend's game and talk about it. So let's talk about it. Palace 1, Spurs 0. What went wrong?
Dr. Tottenham. They were loving it. They're just kind of like, I don't think they were expecting. I think there was a little edge of complacency about this. There's a little edge of complacency when we went to Palace. Palace away has always been a difficult game in retrospect. Like, no team ever goes to Palace and blows them away, apart from, if I'm thinking, when Liverpool started like 7 past them. But that was a freak game. Like, most of the time when you go to Palace, you're going to expect a tough game. It's a good atmosphere. They run hard for each other. It's always a tricky game. And I think we went into this game thinking it'd just be a walkover because Palace were so poor in their first, 8 games. But Palace were up for it and they wanted it. And they got the result they thoroughly deserved. Credit to Palace. I'm actually glad they won that game because if they didn't, I would have felt so bad for them in retrospect because we deserved to lose that. And we deserved to kick up the arse for, being so complacent going into this game and thinking, oh, it's going to be fine. And we were shocked in the first half an hour. Obviously, it went 1-0 down. It could have been 2 or 3. We get battered. We get absolutely battered. Good hour and a half. Horrific.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats before the game, and I was looking at the Crystal Palace stats and their attacking stats compared to Spurs. And surprisingly enough, there wasn't a lot in it. Sure, Palace had only scored 5, Spurs had scored, 16, whatever. But actually, when you looked at the shots on goal, Palace to Spurs were pretty similar. I think Palace conversion rate as to shots on target was like 32%. Spurs was 38%. And then you looked at how many big chances Palace had created in that 8 games before Saturday. They'd created 11 big chances, which is over a big chance a game. Spurs had got like 16, 17 big chances. So, of course, Spurs have had more, but not a lot more, not really. And then you've seen that Palace had hit the woodwork 4 times to Spurs' 3. So I just think, whereas Palace hadn't scored a lot of goals, they were still creating. They just weren't taking their chances. And that was perfectly, shown against Spurs because they, like you say, they could have had 4 or 5 against us. They had good chances, and if it wasn't for Vicario, on another day, it could have been more.
That Vicario save at the end, oh my God. Absolute freak. It wasn't for him in the net. Yeah, it would have been more. And Palace have always been a good team. And I looked at this game thinking, all right, we've been on a little bit of a win streak. I know we lost to Brighton, but we're on a good moment. And I just had a bad feeling that because Palace haven't won, that they were like, this is their game. They're at home. It's a Sunday kickoff. We've played midweek. They haven't. They're fully fit. They've got fully fit squad. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at us. And I had a really bad feeling we'd lose this. And we did. And we bloody deserved to as well. I saw no fight, no sort of creativity from any of the squad. And it was simply because we just couldn't match Palace. Palace looked 10 times the team we were, which is crazy to think. Sitting in their 17th and have won 1 of their first 9 games. But that's just what Tottenham are like. they just know when to turn up.
Isn't that just so frustrating though that team 17th without a win all season want it more than Tottenham? Because that was the only difference. They wanted it, and Tottenham just were not up for the fight. They just were not up for it. From what I saw,
just getting bullied around everything. I mean, it was. I think what was really sad as well was when we were 1-0 down, we were creating nothing. I was like, okay, we're going to bring on, and we bring on Werner obviously on the left. I was like, God, it's like this is our answer. And to be honest, I thought Timo Werner played quite well when he came on. He's one of our better players. He's one of our better players.
We created next to nothing the whole game. A little flurry in the first half when Van der Ven shot hit Johnson, hit the post. Maddison had a shot that was flicked past the post. But apart from that, we didn't really create a lot. But second half, we did nothing. And when Ange makes substitutions, he takes off our 2 most creative players in Kulu and Maddison. And for me, I know Kulu probably should have come off because he was a walking red card. He'd been booked and he was just, you know what? I wouldn't mind if the tackles he was putting in were like really full-blooded, but they were stupid, like little flick outs, little pullbacks. And it's just like, you're going to get yourself sent off. So I get why he was taken off. But for me, you got to keep some creativity on that. Even though Maddison wasn't doing a lot.
I think there's an issue with Maddison's fitness.
I just don't think Ange rates him. I don't know.
No, I know he definitely does. But he starts every game, really. But he brings him off 70 minutes.
He's always the fall guy. He's always one of the first men he brings off.
Yeah, I know. But my point is, do you think his fitness? Do you think he's just not fit enough? I don't know, because
No, I honestly listen. Honestly, this is my honest opinion of Maddison. I think he's
yeah,
class. I think he goes missing in games, but I still think he's our most creative player. But I don't think. I think Ange likes him. I think he likes him as a player. I just think Ange doesn't think he fits the system. I don't think he. I think he feels he's maybe a little bit lightweight, and he gets bullied a bit too much. And he's like, oh, when he wants legs or when he wants something different, Madison's always the first one off.
yeah,
Always
true.
the first one off.
But that is true. You're going to bully Maddison around physically.
Yeah, whereas Kulu hardly ever comes off because he's a bit of a specimen. He doesn't lose the ball very often. Palace, he was shocking, but usually he's very strong on the ball, isn't he? I don't know why he's very gangly, but he does. He keeps the ball.
He's a bit of a lump. He is a lump. I don't know how. He's such a weird player to watch. I look at him and I don't think he should be good at football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way he plays, you look at him, you're like, what? Like the way he dribbles, I'm like, you don't dribble normally.
He looks really awkward, doesn't he, on the ball?
It's
sometimes.
always awkward. Such a lump, not fast, but he's a great player. I don't know why I was saying he's a great player because he had an absolute stinker on Sunday. I mean, everyone did, apart from Vicario. The only person who could probably hold their head high is Vicario because it wasn't for him.
Semi-high.
Semi-high.
I think we got to talk about the passing out from the back because that drove me insane. I mean, you obviously saw the goal that Palace scored?
Yeah.
I mean, that was coming, wasn't it? Because the amount of times we are so slow passing it out. Go to the car. I'm just like, every now and again, just lump it.
Because we've got Solanke up there now. So
yeah,
we can.
But Palace know what you're going to do.
Him.
If you're constantly playing it short, Palace know we just need to keep closing. If now and again, every 3 times you just hit it long, then they might not press as much because they don't know what you're going to do with it. I just find it infuriating.
Same thing every time.
Yeah.
I think that is on the players, personally. They're just trying to...
Who do you blame for the goal?
Not Vicario. I feel like it's awkward playing out from the back sometimes because when you pump it long, I'll go back to the goal, but when you pump it long and you lose it, you'll get the halls, you're like, oh, keep the ball. We're just giving the ball whenever we pump it up long. But when you play it short and try and play out and lose it, you get the exact same response, like, oh, just get it up there, And it was difficult because obviously in that first half an hour, we could not deal with Palace's intensity. And we couldn't deal with it for the whole game for that matter, to be honest. But it was a difficult situation because I could understand why they'd want to play out from the back in a way because they didn't want to just give the ball away cheaply to Palace who were just going to come at them again. But then I am thinking, it's Palace. I'm not going to lie. We should be able to deal with them defensively. But obviously we couldn't, which is a concern.
The frustrating thing, even more frustrating than that, is the last 20 minutes he brings Richarlison on, sticks Richarlison and Solanke is your front two, so he's playing 2 up front. And in the 6 or 7 minutes injury time, they're still messing around at the back with it. Surely then we should be hitting it long. One of the strikers wins a header, or we pick up the second ball. I just found it. I think Spurs were clueless that game. Absolutely clueless.
It was just one of those games where nothing went right, and no one had any idea. Look, we'll get games like that. It reminded me a lot of that second half against Brighton, where we were just like, "Oh, where do we pass it? What are we doing?"
No, I agree. Let me give you a stat, okay?
Oh, here we go.
This one. This one. 3 away wins in 2024. That's 10 months.
You were proper proud of that when you just went.
Yeah, get in. Have it. I wanted to drop the mic. 3 away wins in 2024. Do you want me to give it those 3 away wins?
Yeah. So United. Wait, can I try guessing?
United.
I'll try guessing first.
Go on.
United, obviously.
Yeah, 10 men.
So that's the only one this season. We've only won once away this season so far, which is already bad enough. Oh my God, 3 wins away. Is this just in the league?
This isn't just in the league.
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously Coventry, but
Can I just say that is one away win in every 100 days. But carry on.
United.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this. I'm really confident I'm going to get this. 2024. Who did we beat in 2024 away?
I'll wait and please like and sub.
Sheffield United.
Got it. Yeah.
They
were already relegated, but that's fine.
Yeah, not Burnley, not Luton, because we beat Luton away in 2023, and then we lost to Burnley. Well done, Tottenham.
Yeah. The other one's quite a good one.
It was quite a good one. Okay, that gives me more of a clue.
One.
It wouldn't be Chelsea, obviously. It would be Arsenal. It wouldn't be City. No, it wouldn't be City. That was 3-3. That was a good result.
Run that time.
How much more time have I got?
Like 3 seconds before people start switching off.
Brentford.
No. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Aston Villa.
Oh,
we beat them 4-0 at Villa Park. But again, caveat that. Villa were down to 10 men. But to be fair, Spurs were already 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up already.
Give them some credit.
But again, both 2 of our away wins, we were playing against 10 men, regardless of what we were doing at the time. And one of them was against a relegated side. Now, listen, hey, we take our wins where we can get them. But 3 away wins in 2024 is shocking.
I'm trying to think how many games that is. Like 20, 21? 21 games?
It's getting on for about 21 games, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. 2024, there's probably about 10 away games, maybe 9. I'm going to go with 9.
Yeah, I think we've...
And then...
I can't remember exactly. I think we've lost a fair few of them. We drew some, obviously, but what I'm trying to say is for a team that wants to be in and around the top 4, 3 away wins in 2024 is not good enough in anyone's language, book, whatever you want to call it. So this is my question to you.
Go on.
And I'm putting you on the spot here.
Here we go.
What does Spurs need to do to change your away form? Apart from the obvious and play better.
Yeah, well, that would be nice. It's one of those things where it's very just like I don't know, because we don't change the way we play away from home. We don't necessarily because when we go away to somewhere like United or Arsenal or City, we don't sit back and invite pressure. We go at teams. We go at teams every time we play. Excluding Palace, because I just maybe they're hungover. Maybe they had a Saturday night bash out in South London. They just thought, all right, because that was just a one-off. I think in terms of how we just didn't attack. I think Palace are one of the only teams in this year where because normally we score a goal at least. Do you know what I mean? We normally do get a goal. We normally create chances. We just awful at the back, but. I think the main thing that I will draw on to is to have a stronger defense, because we don't have a strong defense stats wise. We can go on about Van der Ven's running, how absolutely gorgeous it is, and how Romero is just a Rolls Royce defender and Porro's a massive creativity. But man for man, apart from Van der Ven, they're pretty poor at defending. All 4 of them, if I'm going to be completely honest. And Vicar is not good at claiming set pieces. So at the back, we're quite weak in terms of all of that. And I think that's the main
definitely
thing.
Seems to be an issue, doesn't there, defensively? Whether that's, and actually the stats would say that, we've only conceded 10 goals this season, something like that. Not too many, anyway. 9 or 10 goals, I think. So defensively, we're not actually conceding. I think it's not many. We've conceded like a goal a game or something like that. So it's not horrific. But for some reason, our away form isn't working at the moment, and I don't know why, and I don't know how we can change it.
Yeah,
But
conceded 10 goals.
how many?
Conceded 10. Scored 18, conceded
right.
10.
Yeah, so it's just over a goal a game. Which I guess is, again, if you want to be a top 4 in amongst it, it's got to be a little bit better. But defensively, we're not horrific. It seems to be every time we concede a goal is an individual error, and again, Sunday individual error, Van der Ven slipping, But like I say, I think it was coming. We were
Oh, it was
living
coming, yeah.
dangerously. For me, I put part of the blame on Romero. It was one of those where he was closed down by a couple of people. And instead of just playing it up the line, again, what I've been saying, just play it long. He tries to get flashes and lobbing it into the middle to Van der Ven, which, Van der Ven should have controlled it. There's no doubt about that. But it's a bit of a hospital ball because he's getting closed down quickly. And yeah, I just think whole defensively as a unit, we were awful on Sunday. So this is another question for you. This might be a bit controversial.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're loving it. Go on.
Is Ange the man to take us forward?
Yes, of course he is.
So why?
It's not. I refuse to blame Ange yet for our, defensive frailties and problems. Because let me ask you this question: who since Poch has managed to make us into a steady top 4 team? No one. How close were we to top 4 last season? 2 points. That's all I'm going to say. And we have a worse team when Ange took over. Harry Kane left. Son is now getting older and getting worse. He's not got all the tools in the shed that what Conte, Mourinho had. And he's still doing pretty well, still turning results over. He's building a young team. 100% man takes forward. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. Give him another year this year. Maybe next year, if we're having the same issues again, we're crap at the back and, we keep playing out and Ange doesn't want to change the system, then yeah, we'll have the conversation. But another year easily because he's still got a young team. There's no point sacking it. What's sacking him going to do? Who are we going to bring in?
Just going to jump on. I'm just going to give you I get it. I get what you're saying. I really do. I'm just going to jump on as the host, I'm going to give you alternatives.
Yeah, go on. You don't believe him, though. I know you don't.
Joke. No. I just think. Can't remember what I was going to say now, but don't think the form has been great, and
the form
these are Ange's. No.
The form.
Tell me why. Form. Go on.
We've won. I'm not going to lie. We've won 7 out of the last 9 games. The form hasn't been that bad. Let's not go to panic stages yet.
You can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it 2 ways. You can say.
Go on.
You can say we've won 7 and 9. Yeah, agreed. We have. Yeah. Okay. 4 of those 7. Coventry City. Yeah. Karabakh. Yeah. The team we Ferran
Carreras.
Yeah, those. And AZ Alkmaar. Yeah. Now, in 3 of those games, we probably should have lost. Or at least Coventry deserved to win. We got lucky. I think we can all agree that Coventry were by far the better side. It doesn't, at the end of the day, we won the game. Karabakh battered us. We had 10 men. We won 3-0. But on another day, I reckon your Sunday league side could have scored 4 or 5.
We won 12-1 on the weekend.
Did you? 12-1. That's because you're not playing.
Fuck off.
And, Ferencváros, they took us all the way. It was, again, another scrappy game. But listen, that doesn't matter. We won the games. Yes, absolutely. So we won 7 and 9. Brilliant. Or you can look at it the other way and you can look at the Premier League and say we've lost 4 and 7.
Yeah, no,
Suddenly
you
it doesn't
could.
sound so good.
I get what you mean. I 100% understand. I'm not being like a like
I'm
a
not saying I
massive
want Ange gone.
positive. Like
I'm
I just
just
think like a lot of those games. I mean, on the flip side, if you're going to say the games we should have lost, I mean, Newcastle we should have bloody beat. Oh my god, Leicester we should have beat on the first game of the season. Arsenal we were a bit unlucky to lose. We could have easily drawn that game on another
we
day.
didn't deserve to win, but didn't deserve to lose. Really, yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, listen, hey, you can flip your narrative
Yeah,
however you
that's
want,
what I mean.
can't you? You know, you can flip it however you want, but
We beat Villa next
there-
weekend. Aren't we? Aren't we basically in the top four? Well, we'll be close.
I'd foot.
The results go away. We'll be
Hmm.
close.
I'd fully
Villa on
expect
18
us.
points.
Yeah, we're on
18.
13.
We're on 4.
Or 10.
We're on 14.
No, we're not even on 13, mate. Yes,
We're not.
yes, we are on 13. We won 4, haven't we? Yeah, we're on 13
Okay,
points.
yeah, Arsenal Villa on 18. Okay, if we win,
We're well off
our
it,
next-
mate.
We win our next game. We could go sick if Brighton or Forest.
Brilliant.
lose.
We could, yeah, if everyone else loses, yeah. Yeah. But again, spinning that narrative, if we lose our next game, we could be in the bottom half.
Yeah, if we lose our next game, we could go as low as 14th. Ooh.
It's shocking, mate. It
No,
really
we're
is.
not gonna. I know, but I think a lot of the time when we lose a game, we just go into panic station and go, "Oh yeah, we're awful." Obviously, the Palace game was absolutely dreadful, but football's all about results. And at the moment, even when we play poorly, we do manage to get a result every now and again. I know Palace was different, but we might go to Villa and we might blow them out of the water. We might do what we did to United. We're home to Villa. We've been good at home. We've only lost one.
I fully expect us to beat Villa. But this is my frustration. Is the fact that one week we are brilliant and we smash West Ham, or we smash Brentford, or we smash Man United. And then the next week, it's the worst you've ever seen us play.
We are the double champion of the Premier League.
We're about as consistent as, it's shocking. I was trying to come up with an analogy there, but I couldn't think of one.
No, I mean I've looked at like the home form of the Premier League, and obviously we're near the top. 4 wins, 1 loss, 5 games. Brentford are top on the home form. 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. I was shocked by that because obviously they're quite high up, but all of their wins have been at home, and obviously they drew at home.
That was so frustrating at the weekend. Just to let you know, I was let down by one team for £400.
Oh, you need to stop betting, Dan, because this happens every bloody weekend.
Do you want to know let me down? Do you want to know let me down?
United let you down.
No.
Dr. Tottenham.
No, Burnley let me down. 0-0 with QPR.
Oh, that is a bit annoying.
For £400. I needed that money as well. Anyway, let's carry on. So, what have we got up next? The next game is, and this is what I was saying about the narrative. It could be 7 wins in 9, brilliant, or 4 Premier League defeats in 7. So it depends. It really does depend which way you look at it. Let's go on to this then, because this for me now is the most important thing. Are Manchester City and Aston Villa must win games now?
Man City's a must win. 100%.
Can you see us winning?
Must win. Yeah, I can see it's beating City.
Mad.
I don't know why you're laughing. We've got a good record against City.
You want something?
No. I just think we've got a good record against City at home. Can I just remind you of the fact that nearly every time we play City, we're in awful form, and we somehow always manage to get a result against them. I know last season was a bit different, but then the 2-0 loss at home against them, no one really cared because obviously,
we did play well.
But then the time we lost against them in the FA Cup. Sorry, go on.
That's all right. No, go on, mate.
Yeah. So the time we lost against them in the FA Cup last year, like that, the goal shouldn't have even counted. Like, you know what I mean? It was one of those. So I'm confident against City. I don't understand why people shouldn't be, because we're at home. City won't be playing their best team. Not in a million years. They don't care about the League Cup. I don't think they do. I think they'll rest hard.
For for a team that doesn't care about the League Cup, they often get to the final. They win it quite
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
that's
For
'cause they
teams
got
that don't care about the League Cup.
Because you've got a super squad. Their C team's better
Well,
than our
this is the
main
point.
team.
Their C team's better than our first team. So,
Yeah, but I just
My-
think we will be up for it.
but
And we
okay, so
bloody
I'll tell
better
you
be
my
as well.
fear. My fear is that Ange rests players because of the Villa game coming up. Because let's face it, you win the League Cup, Spurs get 300 grand for winning the League Cup. I mean, it's not to be sniffed at. I wouldn't mind 300 grand. But,
Yeah, to be fair.
we'd get more than that if we finish 12th, 13th.
Yeah,
So
but
for Levy, it's all about the Premier League.
and I will come back to this point. I don't know. I don't understand why he'd rest players, and I explain. Right, and it's a Wednesday game, obviously, and we're playing on Sunday. We're at home on both the fixtures.
Yeah.
I don't see, as a professional footballer, why you can't play Wednesday then Sunday as a full team. I'm just saying, because you still have 3 days recovery and you're at home on both the game. No travelling, you're at home. It'd be different if we were playing a Champions League game on the Wednesday and travelling, halfway across the globe, or we're playing a Europa League game, travelling to bloody, Azerbaijan. Like, it'd be different then. We're not. We're at home.
I agree. I agree to an extent, but if you think about it, we have Man City Wednesday,
Yeah.
Aston Villa Sunday,
Europa League,
and then we go to Galatasaray on the Thursday.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to rest players for Galatasaray. Clearly, we're going to play the same kind of side as we have. But I just fear if we go we have to play our strongest side against City. Because if we don't, we could get an absolute mauling. If we play the likes
get mauling.
If we play the likes of Gray, Bergval, Dragushin, Davis against Man City, well, we might as well not bother turning up.
You need to be more confident in these players. I am confident we'll get a result against City, no matter what team we play. Unless we play, obviously, wholesale changes, like the team we played against AZ Alkmaar. If we start that team, yeah, we will not win the game. But
tell you what, no confidence. I tell you why I've got no confidence in these young players that
Go on.
bought. Because Ange don't give them any Premier League minutes. So if he's not got no confidence, why should I have confidence in him? Ange has given Gray no minutes at all. He doesn't get a look in. Bergval on Sunday. You're taking Madison off. Bring Bergval on. He's creative.
That was weird why you didn't do that.
And it's nothing against the young players, but if Ange has got no confidence to play them, why would us fans have confidence in them to get us a result?
I understand. I understand that. But I think he will start Gray on Wednesday. Or good feeling he'll start Gray. And I think he'll start the main. I think he'll start the main squad, apart from maybe take out Madison or Basuma or Kulusevski, and he'll start Odebear, and then Gray in midfield, or Gray at right back instead of Porro. Maybe Dragushin instead of.
Oh God! Imagine Gray against Doku.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll do that bad. You need to have more confidence in our players, Dad. Man City aren't world beaters. They're not. Obviously, they're top of the league, but they're not a million miles away from just a one-game result. Obviously, over the course of the league, they're going to get way more points.
No, I agree. Yeah, if we are at our strongest, I agree. On our day, with our first 11, we're capable of beating anybody. On our day, we're also capable of losing to anybody. But
yeah, it's true.
I just feel we need to play our strongest side. That's all I'm saying. And this is nothing against Grays, Bergvals. I just feel like if we want to continue in this cup, we have to put out a first 11.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I guess we will see what Ange does. What else have we got to talk about? We can have a quick chat about the Villa game if you want.
Yeah, we'll just go over quickly.
Do you think we got a good chance of beating Villa?
Of course, we're at home. I'm confident with everyone at home. no matter who we play. Always got confidence. Always been
I'm
decent
saying.
at home. But it's obviously going to be tricky. But Villa, again, are not world beaters. They drew at home to Bournemouth. We are in perfectly rights to beat them. You know, people get so negative after one bad result that they think that, you know, we're just gonna topple. We're just gonna we can't beat anyone. We can't beat Palace. That's just not how it works. I feel like we could easily win our next 2 games, and if we win our next 2 games, everyone's gonna be like, "Way, I'm just great." Next round of the cup, we're into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. We're 2 points away from top 4. Do you know what I mean? I just think that, like, if we win our next 2 games, which we easily could, because one, we're at home on both the 2 games, and we're good at home. We're definitely good at home against City. We're not great at home against Villa. I will hold my hands up and say that, but I'm confident, and I feel like everyone should be as well. Get behind the team, put the Palace defeat behind us. Get behind them, but make sure that they're fired up, because they need to be. Because if we don't win our next 2 games, if we lose our next 2 games, it's not great. It's not great. We're out the League Cup, probably about 8 points from the top 4.
I love your positivity. It's not great. We lose our next 2 is not great. I'd agree.
At the Carabao Cup, 8 points from the top 4. Not even the Europa League. Our only hope would be the Europa League after that, maybe the FA Cup. But even the FA Cup, we got way more chance to win the League Cup than the FA Cup.
Yeah, no. Listen, I totally get it. Whereas I am a little bit doom and gloom at the moment, and I'll be the first to admit the away form really is a bugbear of mine. It's something that really does piss me off, if I'm going to be honest with you. But like you say, I'm confident whoever we play at home. I'm confident when we play City at home. If we play our strongest team, I'm more than confident that we'll beat Villa at the weekend. Even last season when we lost 2-1 to them, we battered them for the most part. It was a really good game. We should have won that game. I'm confident we'll beat Villa. My concern is our next away game, and then our next away game. Because
what's our next away game?
We've got City coming up away, haven't we?
That's fine. That's different. That's not a traditional away game.
We get a point now.
We'll get a point. That's what I mean. We will get a result. I'm completely confident about that. No issues with that whatsoever. Right, let me have a look with our next home away game.
I'm pretty certain it's City.
It's City away, 23rd November.
Brilliant.
We have some home games though. We have Villa at home, Ipswich at home, Fulham at home after that. And then, after City, our next 2 away games are Bournemouth and Southampton. So hopefully we will have more than 3 away wins in 2024. Maybe we'll get up to like 6. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
So I get back to this question: is Ange the man to take us forward? Listen, 100%. For me, if we can win our home games and then pick up some away wins. Listen, we go to City. If we can get anything, that'd be a great result. But I'd expect us to go to Bournemouth. I'd expect us to go to Southampton and win both of those games. Bournemouth are a good side, good footballing side. They're nice to watch. But I'd expect Spurs to win if we want to be in and around the top 4, top 6. Same with Southampton. I expect us to win that with a scratch team, because they are bloody awful this season. So for me, this is what whether Ange is a man to take us forward, this is what he needs to do. Start winning away games. Keep winning the home games, because I'm not concerned at home. I think we're doing well at home. I expect us to beat most teams at home. But we need to start winning these away games. Start picking up points. If we're not winning, not losing. For me, if Ange can do that, he will keep his job. I think if this away form continues and we lose to Bournemouth or lose to Southampton, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, but I don't think he will. He's not going to. It'll be all right.
No, well, hopefully. And let's finish on.
Yeah. Go on.
Let's finish on a bright note. Okay, so obviously we've got to do the Prem predictions in a minute, but let's finish on this, and that is Mikey Moore. Did you see him against AZ?
Yeah. He's the English Neymar. English Neymar.
That 20th foul. He is the English Neymar, and we should celebrate it.
No. We need to. We can't hype him too much.
No, we don't want to get too excited about him. But listen, he is a young kid. He is one of our own, and it is something to get excited about because, a lot of these young players have come in, and for me, they haven't filled me with excitement. Bergvall hasn't filled me with excitement. Gray hasn't filled me with excitement. Odegaard, bit harsh because he's been injured for a lot, but so far what I've seen of him hasn't filled me with excitement. Mikey Moore in that 20 minutes alone made me think, yes, we have a player here who is fearless, who will take on his fullback, who is not scared to beat a man, not scared to shoot. And for me, he is a shoo-in if Sonny's injured.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Would you think, right, it would do him a world of good if he's not getting enough game time to go on loan to a championship side?
If we had, you know what? I'd agree with that if we didn't re-sign Werner. So, my mic's gone in.
Oh.
If Werner didn't come in,
yeah.
If Werner didn't come in and we brought in, I don't know, let's say we brought in the Newcastle winger. What's his name? Plays on the left. Played for Leicester.
Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes, yeah. And we brought in Harvey Barnes, okay, which we were interested in before we went to Newcastle. If we brought him in, then I'd be like, let Mikey Moore go out and loan because we got enough cover and enough quality on the left. For me, Werner's not the answer. And, there is a rumour that we are going to let him go back in January. We're going to, cancel the contract, which, I feel for Werner because it's not his, well, it is his fault, he's crap. But he's trying. He's trying. I feel really sorry for him because you see it in his face, don't you? You see he is, every time he gets the ball and loses it, you can see he's thinking, oh my God, I'm shit. I'm like really bad.
Yeah,
and
but
I feel for him because he isn't. He isn't bad. He's just a confidence player who's just got none at the moment.
He needs one goal. He needs just a little tap in, a really jammy goal. Once it goes in, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he needed to be like Brennan Johnson the other day when Van der Ven hit the ball off him and it hit the post. If that had been Werner and gone in, that might have given Werner a bit of confidence. But
you can actually score a goal.
I don't think there's a future for him going past January. I think he'd be gone.
It is sad, but he scored 2 goals for us. He
did. What a player! What a player! What a lad!
What Geary.
Listen, he looks like a good laugh. When you see him in the Spurs videos, he gets on well with his teammates.
He definitely is. He's at a stage in his career now where his confidence is completely shot. He's getting older. He's lost a bit of his pace. He's at a stage in his career now where if it doesn't work out at Tottenham, he's just go back to Leipzig, go back to Germany.
Yeah. There's little things, isn't it? It's just little things. You saw against Alkmaar, he put a lovely ball in for Mikey Moore, who should have scored with a header. Who knows? If Moore had scored that, it might have brought the confidence out of Werner. But listen, it is what it is. He's not good enough for Spurs. And when we're talking about a 17-year-old being 3 times the player he is, then that for me says it all. Are we going to do a quick Premier League prediction for the weekend?
Yeah, we'll do it really quickly. We'll just quick fire. Right.
Quick fire.
I'm gonna tell you the fixtures.
Yeah, we'll make it an hour. Got 4 minutes.
Right. First game, 12:30 kickoff. Newcastle versus Arsenal.
Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2.
I'm going Newcastle 1, Arsenal 1. Bournemouth, Man City.
2-0 Man City.
I'm going 2-1 Man City. Ipswich, Leicester.
Sorry, Leicester. 2.
Oh, we have the Foxes.
2-1 Ipswich.
I'm going 0-0. I can see 0-0 from that game. Liverpool, Brighton.
Liverpool 2-1.
Going Liverpool 3-0. Forest, West Ham.
Forest on fire. I'm going for Forest 2-0 win.
I was going to go for that, but I'll go for 1-0. I'll go for 1-0 Forest. Southampton versus Everton. God, this is That's a crap
This has
game.
got 0-0 written all over it.
0-0 then.
0-0.
I'm going 1-0 Southampton. They're gonna win a game at some point. I think it'll be now. And then Wolves versus Crystal Palace.
Palace on form after their drubbing of Spurs. I'm going to go for
away to Brighton.
Wolves. Got 2-0 down against Brighton to come back to 2-2. I'm going to go for a Wolves win 2-1.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Palace. Completely opposite. Spurs Villa, big game. Here we go.
Spurs to draw 1-1. Bell was saying Spurs are going to win. Fully expect Spurs to win, but 1-1.
3-2 Spurs. Come on, right. And then United versus Chelsea. Oh wait, there's one more as well.
Got 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 United. United are winning that. I might put a bet on it that United are going to beat Chelsea.
Good.
Yeah, but United have got the new manager bounce. It's going to happen. They're at Old Trafford as well. They've got a good record against Chelsea at Old Trafford.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Fulham Brentford. Yeah.
Oh, tough one because Fulham playing well. Brentford not great away though, are they? So let's go 3-1 Fulham.
I'm going to go 4-1 Fulham. I think they're going to blow them away. Fulham have got a very good home form, and I just think Brentford won't be able to. I mean, I know they lost to Villa, but they were unlucky to lose against Villa. If they didn't miss that penalty, then they probably would have won the game. Yeah, right, that's it. Agreed. All done.
That is it. That was our Premier League predictions, and that was the Nige and Chonk Show, episode 4. Thank you for joining me, Chonk, Charlie. Good to have you on board, mate.
Always. Always.
All right, be good at uni.
I will.
Don't drink too much.
I don't drink. I don't go out. I just work.
Fair play. Don't be giving too many free Nando's away.
No, I'm not allowed yet. I'm not. I haven't been there that long. Not that restaurant anyway.
No. And so thank you for joining us. As always, please like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you for joining me, Charlie. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay Spurs.